Hello guys, you are live on Official Gaddafi TV once again, and this is the match review between Chelsea and West Ham United played yesterday, and I'm going to speak about a few talking points that I drew out of the game yesterday. So for those of you who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share this video. Let's keep the family growing. During my match preview ahead of the game, I asked a very big question as to whether we were going to miss Abraham or not. And I think, looking at the performance Olivier Giroud put up yesterday, I think we missed Abraham very much. We missed Abraham's movement, his mobility, his ability to draw centre backs out of their position for the other attackers to run into spaces. How many times did we see Olivier Giroud do that yesterday? And it's almost like Giroud is proving Lampard right. Giroud simply doesn't complement the system. Giroud doesn't complement the system. So I can say Lampard is right for not using Olivier Giroud. Abraham is doing a very great job, and we felt his absence yesterday. Look at the number of times that crosses were coming into the box, and yet we had no one to run onto those crosses. We had no one attacking the spaces, and at a point in time, we saw Jorginho rather pressing the opponent's goalkeeper, which is supposed to be the work of the striker. How many times did we see Abraham pressing opposition goalkeepers? Did we see that from Giroud yesterday? No. Giroud doesn't complement the system. So yeah, we can still make a case for Giroud because he hasn't played so much this season. This is his first match since August, when he started the Super Cup match against Liverpool, which he scored. And since that time he hasn't played, so he was looking kind of jittery, he was rusty, but you were crying for minutes, and then you were given this opportunity to prove yourself. And if you come away with this performance, how do you expect the manager to trust you and put you in the next game? I think Giroud may be gone by January. He just doesn't suit this style of play. He doesn't suit this style of play. The second thing I would like to talk about is our deficiency in defending set pieces. This is not the first time we are facing problems in defending set pieces. Cast your mind back to the game against Ajax. We conceded about 3 goals from set pieces in a single game. And yesterday, had it not been the brilliance of Kepa Arrizabalaga, we would have conceded more, and it would have been an embarrassing defeat at our own backyard. Okay, this was a London derby. This was a big game. And in my match preview, I stated West Ham was coming into this game on the back of an 8-game winless streak. So they were taking this game very, very seriously. They were coming like wounded lions, like I stated. And yesterday, if you look at the way they were playing, look at the way they were comfortable in the system, because we were not putting any balls behind their center backs. So they were very comfortable. We were only sending in crosses, and they were comfortable dealing with such crosses. When you have the likes of Babuena and Obona as your center backs, you will always trust them to clear whatever cross it is that will come into their box. And moreover, your attacker, your striker was not even attacking those balls. So they had the freedom to defend the crosses whichever way they wanted. But when it comes to our side, when the crosses come into our box, it seems Zuma and Tomori are still finding it difficult to defend these kind of crosses. Yesterday, Arrizabalaga pulled off 2 fantastic saves. Had it not been that, we would have lost this game by 3 or 4 goals. And VAR also denied another goal, which was also from a cross. What is wrong with our defense? What is wrong with our defense? And what is Frank Lampard doing about it? Because this problem has been there. This problem has been there. And it goes from set pieces. And you can't keep conceding those goals when you are playing in the EPL. No. We are fighting for the top 4. And if we are going to keep conceding this kind of goals, if Lampard and his boys are not going to do anything to solve this problem in the team, then What are our chances of qualifying to the top 4? What are our chances? And yet, it's not as if I'm speaking about the negatives. Yes, there are a few positives, because when you watch the game back, you can see that there was only a few positives from the game. Everything went against us on the day. The third point, or let me say the third negative point I would like to raise about the match, was from Frank Lampard's substitution. Lampard's substitution. You are a goal down. You are left with one substitution to make. You had Michi Batshuayi on the bench. You had Callum Hudson-Odoi on the bench. And you are down by 1-0. And then Lampard couldn't bring on Batshuayi. He decided to bring on Callum and then take off your striker, Olivier Giroud. This was supposed to be a like-for-like replacement. Batshuayi for Giroud. It was just so simple. Now you are taking off Giroud and bringing in Callum Hudson-Odoi. And then you have Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, and William up top. Who was supposed to play as a striker? Or you were playing a false 9 when you are down by the 0. And you were playing as if there was even nothing at stake. Is it that the system is having a toll on the players? Last time I spoke about fatigue during the review of the Valencia game. And it seems it's shown up yesterday too. The players couldn't run. Yes, they started the game very well. And then from, say, 30 minutes going, and then they started slowing down. They couldn't run, they couldn't chase the ball. They were jittery, they were very lackadaisical in possession. They gave away simple balls. What is wrong? We are in December. We are in December where the matches are coming in thick and fast. So if we can't get any better players to call upon, injuries will set in definitely, and fatigue has already set in. And look at our squad depth. Look at our squad depth. So without Abraham, without the likes of Pulisic, who are we going to call upon? We all know the likes of Ross Barkley and Olivier Giroud, the Pedros. They are all now average players. Pedro, age is catching up with Pedro. Pedro is no more the Pedro we used to know. Pedro is no more the Pedro we used to know. So I think yesterday Lampard also got his substitution wrong, because in the game you could see that Mason Mount was struggling. Mason Mount was struggling. He was not getting enough of the balls, and the few ones that came into his way too, he was making a mess of all those balls. And then Lampard still kept him on the pitch for that long time. When we were down by a single goal, which we could have equalized with a very good substitution, we could have equalized. I don't know what was going on in the head of Frank Lampard. I don't know what was going on. Because taking off Olivier Giroud and bringing off Callum Hudson-Odoi didn't make any sense when you were chasing the game. It didn't make any sense. Absolutely, it didn't make any sense when you had Michi Batshuayi on the bench. Batshuayi has been coming on, making an impact from the bench. I was even expecting him to start yesterday. He couldn't start. Yes, at least he should have had a role to play in the game. And he was an unused sub. Even at a point that we were losing and we needed a goal. Look at the game. Go back and watch the game again. And you bear me witness that we would have easily conceded 3 goals or more. And looking at the way we are playing, I think the only thing that can help us now is, Chelsea fans worldwide, we should pray for a successful appeal. That is the only thing that can take us out of this mess. We should pray for a successful appeal. Because right now that fatigue has set in, we don't have any other better players to call upon to come and do a job for us. Apart from the starting 11, those on the bench are not up to that standard. The verdict of the appeal will be coming somewhere middle of December, middle of this month. So we should all hope and pray that it will go in our favor, so that we can at least make a few additions. because we need a backup striker. We need a better backup striker who will give competition to Abraham, or who will play as a very useful cover when Abraham is not around. Otherwise, we are in December. The matches are coming thick and fast. We will play Aston Villa on Wednesday. Over the weekend, we have another match against Everton. And then midweek, we are playing Lille. After that game, we are going to play Tottenham Hotspur away. These are not easy matches. They are all difficult matches. And looking at this crop of players, can Lampard be confident enough to even make a rotation? No. Because when they come in, those on the bench, when they come in, except a few of them, they don't bring any impact. Yesterday, Olivier Giroud was 0. Pedro, so we should all pray for a successful appeal so that at least we can make a few additions. Otherwise, our position in the top 4 is very, very much at stake. Now moving on to the few positives I saw in the game yesterday. That was yesterday fantastic performance by Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa was brilliant. Look at those saves he pulled. Brilliant. That is why I don't criticize Kepa that much. Kepa is only 24 years. And goalkeepers, they get better as they age. So sometimes we should cut Kepa some slack. And then, he's a young goalkeeper. He's learning from all these mistakes. He's learning from the mistakes that he has been making. And that is what makes you a good goalkeeper. Now we move on to the second player who was fantastic on the day, in the person of Reece James. James is gradually making the right back position his bona fide property. And I believe with this kind of performances, James is going to be our long-term solution to the right back crisis that we have been having. Very, very good on the ball, sends in good crosses. Yesterday, if we had a striker, a proactive striker, or let me just say an active striker, a striker who was willing to do something extraordinary for the team, we would have gotten a goal. How many times did James send in good crosses into the box and we didn't have anybody to attack those crosses? Look at the way he was defending. The boy was fantastic on the day. And I keep saying, this guy is going to make the right back position his own. He's the best right back in the system that we are playing. He complements the system. He can go up there, make good crosses, come back and defend without giving any problem to the center backs. Yesterday, Emerson was also good, but the only problem was his crosses. He can get high up the pitch and then send in poor crosses. All his crosses was on the ground. When you have Giroud as your leading striker and you put crosses on the ground, how do you expect him to get the goals for you? And yesterday, yes, as usual, Kovacic is becoming Chelsea's best player this season because he keeps giving us these fantastic performances each and every day. He is good on the ball. He can beat a man in the middle and create spaces. And yesterday, look at that shot. He drew a very good save from the West Ham goalkeeper. He is gradually becoming our best player. He beats men here and there. He has very good and very quick feet. He is actually, to me, currently he is our best player. He is our best player. So yesterday, basically, everything went wrong for this Chelsea team. Everything went wrong. But I hope during our next game, at home again to Aston Villa, maybe we can get something good out of the game. This is Official Gaddafi TV, and this is where we end our match review. Please subscribe and share this video. Blue till I die.